Yes. So yesterday's class, yes, about introduction discussed here, like software, system software, next application software, next OS, about OS, next application software in this front end, back end. Java comes under front end. In front end, languages and packages. Java is a language. Yes, in languages, low level, high level languages, low level, system understandable languages, high level, user understandable languages. Next, generation of languages. First and second comes under low level languages. Third and fourth comes under high level languages. Low level and high level languages. Okay, fine. These things are discussed. Yes. Next topic. Next topic here. See here, high level language. Suppose, for example, here, for example, so Java program. For example, Java program. Yeah. This is Java program, right? Yes, it's a high level language. It's a high level language. System cannot understand this language. It's a high level language. It's a high level language. System can't understand this language. Okay, right? Not only Java here, maybe C program, hard C++, maybe HTML. For example, HTML code. For example, HTML code. HTML code this is. Yeah, these all are looking like English language, right? Like English language. Yes, system can't understand this language. Yes, it's a high level language. It's like English language. System cannot. So this every high level language instruction. Yes, maybe Java program, maybe HTML, maybe C language, or C++. Every high level language instructions, how to convert into binary codes. Every high level language, yes, instruction has to convert into binary codes. Yes, we will convert it. Yes, every high level language. All these high level language, these instructions have to convert into binary code. Yes, who will convert into binary code here? For this, yes, either interpreter, yes, interpreter, yes, or interpreter or compiler. Either interpreter or compiler. Either interpreter or compiler. Either interpreter or compiler converts from high level language to low level language to binary codes. Okay, either interpreter or compiler. Either interpreter or compiler converts from high level language to low level language. Either interpreter or compiler. Okay, either interpreter. Yes, this way. Yes, select audio while joining. Select audio. Yeah, this guy. Select audio while joining the session. Select audio. See, either interpreter or compiler. Either interpreter or compiler converts from the high level language to binary code. Both are doing same job, converting from high level language to binary codes. Converting from high level language to binary codes. Both are doing same job, but there is a difference. The way it's working is different here. Way of working is different here. Both are converting interpreter and compiler. Interpreter or compiler. Yes, both will convert. Both will convert from high level language to binary codes. After converting to binary code, then executes generating output, right? Both are converting into low level language, binary code only here. but the way it's working is different here. The way of working is different. Way of working is different. Let us see. What's the difference between interpreter and compiler? Okay, interpreter and compiler. Okay, yes, interpreter versus compiler. Let us see that. Interpreter versus compiler. Okay, interpreter versus compiler. Let us see this. 1 second. Interpreter versus compiler. Yes, interpreter versus compiler. So what is interpreter? How it's working? What's compiler? How it's working? Okay. Yes, interpreter. For interpreter purpose, let us take Python. Yes, Python is the interpreter based language. Suppose test.py. Yes, Python script. Test.py. Yes, test.py. Python script. Yes, it's the interpreter based language. Yes, interpreter. Test.py. Test.py. Yes, it's a Python script. Python script is a interpreter based language. Python script. Let us take some Python script here. Python. Yes, D drive. Yes, Python. Here's some Python script. So D drive mn Python. This is test.py. CMD command prompt. Yes, D colon. Yes, that will take to D drive. CD. Yes, DR. Okay, directories. See, all our directories, they are directories here. Directories in character interface, they're called as directories. Same thing, here is a folder. Yes, see here, D drive. See, these are all the folders, right? Folders. In GA, calling is folder. In GA, it's a folder. In graphical user interface, it's a folder. In GA, it's a folder. Okay, same thing. Yes, in character is called as directory. DER means directory. Here is a directory. Here is a directory. Here is a directory. All are directories. They are directories. Directories folders both are same here. Okay. So in character interface directory. In character interface directory. Okay. Yes, character interface. In character interface calling as directory here. Same thing. GA graphical user interface a folder. So directory folder both are same. Only terminology difference that's here. Directory similar to folder. No. So what's a directory here? Yes, mn Python. Python. Yes, CD. Yes, mn. Yes, mn. Yes, Python. Python directory changed. CLS. Clear the screen. Clear output slides. Okay. Yes, this test.py. Test.py. So notepad. Yes, notepad. Yes, test.py. Open that. So this is Python script. Python script. Yes, you say here this is executing by the Python interpreter. Python interpreter. See here Python script like A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to A plus B. Yes, here addition equal to C equal to A minus B, subtraction equal to C here. Next C equal to A and TB like this, right? Okay. So they are the statements from top to bottom. Statements. These are all the statements from top to bottom. Okay. So every line is separate statement in Python. Every line separate statement in Python. Semicolon optional is not necessary. Yes, you can use no issue, but it's optional. It's not necessary. Okay, optional. Okay, save. Yes, control S for save and exit here. Okay, right. After that, now how to submit the script here? Submitting the script. Yes. So Python interpreter. Python it's interpreter. It's a Python interpreter. Python interpreter. Test.py. Center key. See this. Yes, addition equal 30. Subtraction equal -10. Multiplication equal 200. So what's happening here? Directly program submitted and executed. Directly program submitted. Yes, here generally here. Suppose if it is C program, first of all checking for errors. C program, Java, C++ and all this checking for errors, right? First we'll compile it. First of all we'll compile. In C program we'll compile it, right? After compilation, if no errors, then running, right? But what is happening here? No compilation process, nothing here. Directly it's working, right? Directly submitted. Reason it's interpreter based language. Interpreter based language. Okay. Now what happens here in this interpreter here? What happens? Python interpreter checking for the first line. Suppose the first line is correct. Suppose A equal to 10, it's a correct. So immediately it will allocate memory for A and storing 10. Next checking for next line. So next line also correct. Then allocating memory for B, then storing 20. Next equal to A plus B. It performs these calculations. Immediately performs calculations. Next after that, then here this print executes displaying output. So next one. So you get checking then execution, checking then execution, checking then execution. Yes, immediately. Yes, checking the statement, immediately giving output, generating output here. So checking this is correct, immediately executing. Checking this is correct, C equal to A plus B, performing this operation. Okay, next addition equal to displaying this is. Next C equal to A. So top to bottom here. So checking then execution, checking then execution, checking then execution. So this interpreter, right? Suppose something here error. What happens here? Yes, some mistake here, some comma missing, right? Some mistake. Now what happens here? See, run it here now. Run it. Okay, run it. Yes, Python test.py. See here error stop, right? Stop it. So what is happening? How it's working? Let us see. Interpreter. How interpreter is working? Yes. Let us see very clearly. Yes, interpreter. How interpreter is working here? Yes, interpreter. How it's working? How it's working? Interpreter. How it's working? How it's working? See, interest of Python test.py. Suppose here first statement. Yes, next statement. Yes, next statement. Next statement. Okay. So next statement. Yes, next statement. Okay. Yes. So next statement. Yes, next statement. Next statement. Next statement. Suppose there are some statements in code here. There are some statements. Suppose let us this is code. For example, this is Python code. Python code. Python code or some HTML code, any interpreter based language. Perl scripting, Linux shell scripting. See, Linux shell scripting, Python scripting, Perl scripting. Yes, all these scripting languages are interpreter based. All scripting languages are interpreter based. How these scripting languages are working here? How this interpreter is working? Okay, let us see here. So interpreter first of all checking for the first statements. Interpreter first of all checking for the first statements. Suppose first statement is correct. First statement is correct. First statement is correct here. Then interpreter converts first statement to binary codes, zeros ones formats. First statement. That first statement converts into binary codes. Yes, first statement is correct. So immediately converts into zeros ones formats. That binary code, right? So generating binary codes. After this binary codes simply yes given to processor. Processor, right? So processor take this code, then executes generating output here, right? So first statement completed. First of all, checking first statement here. If statement is correct, yes, immediately converts into binary code. Then binary code submitted to processor. So processor executes generating output. Fine. See here, this statement is correct. Immediately converts. See next coming statements. Next statements may be right or wrong. Next statements may be right or wrong. Interpreter never think about next statements here. Interpreter never think about next statements. Yes, if the statement is correct, immediately converts into binary code. Okay, this given to processor here, generating outputs, right? Okay, right? After that, next statement, checking for next statement here. Suppose next statement also correct. Suppose next statement also correct. Same, immediately converts into binary codes. Just converts into binary codes and given to processor. Just given to processor, right? Processor. Okay, next. Yes, generating output, right? So line by line, first line checking. Yes, correct. Immediately executes. Yes, second line correct. Yes, immediately execute generating output. Okay, checking line by line. First line checking. Yes, first line is checking correct. Immediately converts into binary code and generating output. Next line correct. Immediately converts into binary code and generating output. Okay. See here, Python here interpreter. Yes, this interpreter. Maybe Python interpreter, any interpreter. Yes, next statement may be right or wrong. Never think about next statements. Yes, interpreter never think about next statements. Next statements may be right or wrong. Never think about it. Okay. Suppose if the statement is correct, immediately generating output. Next one correct, immediately generating outputs. One second. Let me take some water. Okay. So line by line. Yes. First line is correct. Immediately converts into binary code, generating output. Second line correct. Immediately converts into binary code, generating output. So next coming statement may be right or wrong. Right or wrong. So the Python interpreter or any interpreter never looking for next statements. Next statements may be right or wrong here. Yes. Never think about next coming statements. If statement is correct, immediately converts to binary code, generating output. So what is happening here? Checking first line and generating outputs. Checking second line, here correct, generating output. Okay. Suppose something wrong here. Suppose the statement something wrong, some mistake is there. Simply stops. Simply stops. Any error comes, that Python interpreter or any interpreter simply stops here. Any error comes, that interpreter stops. Any error comes, it stops, right? Okay. So your first statement is correct, generating output immediately. Second statement correct, generating output immediately here. Yes, something wrong here, simply stops. Error at some third line, stops immediately. It won't go for next coming statements. Next coming statement, no, never. So this is working of interpreter, right? Same thing. Let us take compiler. Yes, if it is compiler, how it's working here? Yes, compiler based. If it is compiler, how it's working? Let us see about compiler. Compiler. How compiler is working? Yes, about compiler. About compiler. Support test.c program. Test.c program. Yes, compiler. How compiler works? Suppose here compiler checking for the first statements. Compiler is compiler based program. Yes, maybe C language or compiler based. You're checking for the first statement. So first statement is correct. First statement is correct. Even it's correct here. No, it won't convert into binary code and next it won't execute. Okay, it won't convert into binary code. It won't execute. Okay, suppose next statement is correct. Even it's correct here. It won't convert into binary code. It won't. No, just checking. That's it. Checking. First line checking. Correct. Next line checking. Correct. Okay, next line checking. Something wrong. Simply shows that error at some line. Error at some line. After that, next checking for next statements. Checking for next statements. Checking for next statements. If it is correct here, then checking for next statements. Checking for next statement. Checking for next statement. If it is correct, yes, then checking for next statements. Okay, so like this, top to bottom, checking for all the statements. Suppose something wrong here, it shows error at some line, error at some line here. Next, checking for next statements, checking for next statements, next statements. So next statement like this, next statements like this, top to bottom, checking for all the statements, checking for all the statements. Maybe something here wrong here. Okay, like this, from top to bottom, from top to bottom, checking for all the statements. Okay, so compiler checks the whole program. Compiler checks the whole program from top to bottom and shows all the errors. Okay. See, in case of interpreter, any error comes, simply stops. In case of interpreter, any error comes, simply stops. But compile is not like that here. Compiler checks the whole program from top to bottom. Compiler checks whole program from top to bottom and shows all the errors. Here error, next here right, showing all the errors from top to bottom. So compiler checks whole program. Compiler checks whole program from top to bottom, shows all the errors, right? Here there are some errors here. Here just correct all the errors here. Correction of all the errors. Correct. Okay. Yes, as a programmer, you have to correct. Suppose corrected. After correction, yes, after recompilation. So next time, yes, everything is fine. Next time, everything is fine. Next time, everything is fine. No errors. Everything is fine. All statements, everything is fine. Then what happens here? What is next step? What happens here? Okay. So you get checking program from top to bottom. Okay. Checking program from top to bottom. Yes, if no errors, then what happens here? If no errors here, then compiler opens another file. Yes, compiler opens another file. Okay. Yeah, these also practical. C program also practical here. Okay, like Python script here, C programmers are explain. Yes, whole program top to bottom correct. Everything is correct. Every statement is correct. Though no errors. If no errors, if no errors here, then compiler opens another file, one more file. This is your source code. Test.c program, your source file. Yes, yeah, this code is called source code. This code is source code. Java program source code. So what are the program we are writing? That program file is a source file. It's a source file. So test.c is a source file. It's a source file. So this whole source code, see all this source code from top to bottom, checking all this here. Yes, here no errors. If no errors, if no errors here, yes, if no errors, all the statements simply converts into binary formats. All the statements simply converts into binary formats and write to another file. So next statements, yes, all the statements top to bottom, converting complete here top to bottom and write to another file. So converting all the statements, all the statements converting to binary codes, just converting to binary code, all the statements simply converts into binary codes. All the statements just converting to binary codes. Okay. Yes, all the statements converts into binary codes and write to another file and write to another file. Okay. All these statements top to bottom. Yes, if no errors, if no errors, if no errors here, all the statements from top to bottom, all the statements from top to bottom converts into binary code and write to another file. Yeah, that file called as exe file. Exe, write to some exe file. Exe means executable file. Write it to execute. Exe file, executable. Yes, it's a system understandable language. It's a system understandable language. After generating exe file here, this exe file given to processor, this exe file given to processor. So processor taking this exe file and executing and generating output at a time. So at a time generating output. So top to bottom. Okay. So here top to bottom. Yes, whole program. Yes, checking top to bottom. Yes, if no errors, compiler generates one exe file. Compiler generating one exe file like this. That exe file submitted to processor. So processor taking exe file and executing whole program at a time here. So at a time generating output, right? So at a time getting output here. So top to bottom execution generating output. See in case of interpreter, what happens here? Line by line. First line checking and generating output. Next line checking immediately output here. Next line something wrong simply stops. So this is difference between interpreter and compiler. Okay. Yes, interpreter. Python example showed very clearly. Line by line execution here. Python interpreter here. Okay. Yes. Test.c. Let us go to C program. Yes, let me show C program. Yes, what happens in real time? C programming is a Linux based. In real time. Turbo C is a learning purpose. Turbo C learning purpose here. In real time Linux based. On Linux based only C applications we should develop here. I'm starting Linux based. Yes, Ubuntu Linux based. Okay. Yes, Java programming also will discuss on Linux base. Okay, how to develop Java applications in Linux base. Like separate classes are there, Linux based. On Linux base, how to develop your Java application. Okay, on Linux base, how to develop Java application. Okay, on Linux base also you have to set up Java. How to set up Java on Linux base. Next, how to develop Java application on Linux base. That also we'll discuss. I'll explain that also. Okay, yes, we'll see that also. Let's demo. Login user demo, login as demo. Yes, this is a Ubuntu terminal. Yes, this is Ubuntu desktop. Looks like this. Once I starting. Wait, it's booting. Where is booting? Yes. So the Ubuntu desktop. This is Ubuntu OS, Ubuntu desktop. Okay. Yes, Ubuntu terminal. It's a terminal. It's a terminal. Okay. Yes, this is character is interface. PWD means present working directory. LS means list of files. Here mnraw. It's a directory here. CD mnraw. Change to directory here. Change of directory. Present working directory. mnraw. LS. Yes, here. Remove. For all the files. Delete it here. Present working directory. mnraw. This LS. Nothing empty. No files. Nothing here empty. Now I'm writing one program here. Gedit means like a notepad, like a Windows notepad. Gedit is like a Windows Notepad. Gedit means graphical editor. Graphical editor. Graphical editor. Support test.c program. Test.c. Test.c. Okay, same program. Yes, addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Same program in C language. Hash. Yes, hash includes. Hash includes. Yes, std io.h. Hash include std io.h. Next, white main function. White main function. Okay, starting main. Yes, ending main. Starting main, ending main. So first here int. Yes, int a equal to. Yes, int a equal to 10. For example, here. Same Python script like Python script here also. Yes, next. Yes, int. Yes, int b equal to. Yes, int b equal to 20. Int b equal to 20. Next, int variable c here. Variable c for result purpose. Int c. Okay. Yes, int c. Now c equal to yes a plus b. C equal to a plus b here. Now printf. Printf. Yes, printf. Printf. Yes. Yes, addition. Yes, addition is equal to here. Yes, personal d. Yes, slash n. We'll take to next line. We'll take next line, comma. Yes, c displaying c value addition. Okay, c equal to a plus b here. Yes, addition value. Printf addition. Yes. Next. Next. C equal to next c equal to a minus b. C equal to a minus b. A minus b. Yes, subtraction. Yes, subtraction. Yes, subtraction. 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 Right, okay. Yes, c equal to yes a into b. C equal to yes a into b. Yes, next multiplication. Yes, multiplication. Yes, multiplication. Multiplication. Okay, right? C here a equal 10. Yes, b equal to yes. So a equal 10, b equal 20. Next into c. C equal to a plus b addition. Yes, c equal to a minus b subtraction. C equal to a into b multiplication. Okay. Save. Control S. Save. Okay. Save this program. After saving, see ls. See the test.c program, right? Test.c program. Now this C program we should compile it. cc-c test.c is compiled. Compiled ls. See this test.2 file generated. Means it's a binary code for our C program. Okay, binary code. No errors. If no errors, converting to binary code, that binary code we should convert to exe file. Next step is converting to exe file. Okay, so you get top to bottom compiled, no errors. Top to bottom compiled, no errors. So generated one tested.o. This tested.o file is a binary code. That binary code file we should convert into exe file. Exe file. Okay, this is just only binary code. That binary code file we should convert into exe file. Okay, yes, we should convert to exe file. cc yes -o. Suppose exe name is, let us say project is a exe name, result exe name, test.o, right? Yes, what happens here? Now convert into exe file, enter key, converted. Okay, now project is exe file. Okay, see tested.o, it's a binary code file, that's okay, fine. Project.exe, this is also binary code. The difference is here, tested.o contains only C program. This project exe contains what? Yes, your C program plus OS library. What happens here at the time of creating exe file here? At the time of creating exe file here, at the time of generating exe file here, your program tested.o is your program that links to OS library. After linking with OS library, generating an exe file. Now this exe file is already linked with OS library. Already linked. Okay, right? Now project exe running this here. That's it. Sorry. Projects /projects. Yes. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay. That project exe submitted and getting output at a time, right? Okay. So this is like the working is like this. So top to bottom checking all these statements here. If no errors. If no errors here, generating one exe file. That exe file executing finally. Okay. Suppose let us take some mistakes here. Let us do some mistakes. What happens here? Suppose let us open this program. 1 second. 1 second. ls remove, yes, start.o, that object file deleting here, remove that project file, yes, deleted here. Yes, we have only test.c file. This is a test.c file. zreach test.c, test.c here. Suppose here some mistakes, semicolon missing here. Okay. Suppose here double quotation missing here. Okay. Suppose here some comma missing. Okay. Suppose some missing statements here. Something is missing here. Control yes, save it. After saving, now compilation. CC yes, after compilation ls, now test.c compilation. Test.c compilation. CC-c test.c. See this. Yes, all the errors from top to bottom, right? Compiler shows all the errors from top to bottom. So first of all, compiler checking for all errors. Suppose in case of interpreter never checking for errors, directly executes. So interpreter directly executes the program. Interpreter executes the program directly. Interpreter executes the program directly. But compiler first of all checking for errors. Checking for errors. See here, 9th line error, 11th line error, next 13th line error. Yes, next 22nd line error, right? So errors from top to bottom. So compiler shows all the errors from top to bottom. Interpreter is only one error. If any error comes, interpreter stops. But compile is not like that here. Given error is suppose 9th line error. Yes, next checking for next line, next 11th line error, next 13th line error, next 22nd line error. It shows all errors from top to bottom. Compiler shows all the errors from top to bottom. Okay, right? Yes, now check it ls only test.c. Just to compile all the errors, but it's not generate any exe file. No result file. Just to compile, no result file. Okay, now correct that mistakes here. Gedit test.c. Let us correct that mistakes here. Okay, yes, here 9th line error. So here that is yes, line number you can see at the bottom. In editor line numbers you can see here. So this error here. Next here some error. Okay, suppose here some error, semicolon missing. Yes, save and recompile. Yes, again errors getting here. Maybe errors again, maybe. Yes, again one more error. One more, still one more error. 70th line error. Okay, here something missing, right? Comma missing, right? Okay, line number 17. Line number 17. Okay, line number 17. Yes, 15, 16. Okay, 17. This line, yes, line number 17 at the bottom, line number 17, right? 17 here, comma missing, right? That comma missing. Save, yes, save it. 1 second. Control yes, save it. After saving, ls. Now let us compile cc-c test.c test.c. Yes. We got test.to file, test.to file. Test.to file generated. This test.to file contains binary code for your C program. Okay, but this is not ready to execute. So when it's ready to execute here, this program has to link with OS library. See, previous class we discussed it. Every program has to link with OS library to communicate with the hardware components, right? Every program, yes, like C program or C++ or Java or Python, yes, any program, every program has to link with OS library to run it. So before going to run here, first linking with OS library, half linking with OS library, then communicates with the hardware components, right? Now here, what is happening here? Tested.o. So this is your C program. This C program binary code. C program binary code. Okay. Now cc-o. O means object file. That object file. Object file. Yes, it will take object file. So object file. Now converting to yes, that exe file, project exe. Yes, it tested.o. Now what happens here? CC, C language compiler. CC means C language compiler. Okay, now C language compiler taking your test.o file. Now this test.o file links with OS library. A C compiler taking test.o file links with OS library, half linking with OS library, generating one exe file. Yes, named as project here. So project exe file. This exe file contains what? Your C program code plus yes, hash include std that library code. Your C program code, your C program code plus that std header file that code that header file code plus OS library that is finally exe file. So what is exact exe file? Exe file it's a binary code file. That's like a fine. Exe file is a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. That's like a fine. Exactly what is exe file? Exe file contains binary code for your C program. Next binary code for that header file std header file. Okay, next binary code of OS library. So that exe file is linked with OS library. Yes, exe file contains OS library. Okay, right? Linked with OS library. Okay, half linking then execution here, right? Yes, direct executed. So this is yes, working of exe, working of compile is like this. Compile is like this. Okay, so what is happening here? Compiler top to bottom, checking all the statements, right? Compiler checking complete program top to bottom. Compiler checking all the statements from top to bottom. If no errors, generating one exe file. Generating one exe file at exe file. Yes, let us open that exe file, grich, the project exe file. Yes, I'm opening that exe file. You can see exe, yes, little bit time required to open exe file. Is reading exe file. Yes, see this exe file, 0s1 format, that binary format. It's a system understandable language. Binary code. It's a system understandable language. It's a machine language. It's a machine language. System understandable code. Okay. See 0s1s. Okay. See here bracket converted to 0s1s. Next bracket 0s1s like this. Something converting like this. Suppose 8 converted to binary code. That 8 something like this. So P convert into binary codes. Okay, slash like this. Some binary codes. Yes, you are able to see some binary code for characters, right? Each and every character binary codes. Binary code for that. Okay. Yes. Yes, binary codes. Yeah, we'll discuss. I'll explain. Your doubt, I'll explain now. Okay. So this is so exe file generating that exe file executing, right? Exe file executing. Generating output file, right? Yes. Now let us see points wise. Yes, we'll see again points wise. Let us compare this. Interpreter compiler. Interpreter versus compiler. Yes, let us see points wise here. Step by step. Now you can understand very clearly. Yes. Interpreter. 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 Next compiler. Interpreter and compiler. Interpreter and compiler. Yes. How it's working. Interpreter versus compiler. How it's working. Let us see here. So first difference. Interpreter checking line when it's checking like first line checking. If it is correct, generating output immediately. Next checking second line. If it is correct, generating output immediately. Okay, right? Yes. Now suppose any error simply stops. If any error simply stops, after getting simply stops, it won't check for next. Yes, interpreter never checking for next line. If error comes, simply save. There only stops here. Simply there only stops. If error comes, simply stops there only. It won't go to next line. No, it won't go to next here. So once error comes, simply stops. Just stops there only here. Okay. Yes. So you get checking line by line, checking first line, generating output, checking next line, generating output, checking next line. Suppose something wrong, simply stops. Interpreter shows only one error. Any error comes, interpreter stops. Any error comes, interpreter stops. But compiler is not like that here. Compiler checks whole code from top to bottom. Compiler checking whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. See first difference. Interpreter and compiler first difference. First difference. First difference. Yes, it checks line by line. It checks line by line. It checks line by line. Yes, compiler. Yes, whole program. Yes, whole program. Whole program from top to bottom. From top to bottom. From top to bottom. Whole program from top to bottom. Okay. So compiler checking whole program from top to bottom. Right? Okay. Yes, compiler. Yes, it checks whole program. Compiler. Yes, it checks. It checks whole program from top to bottom here. It checks Yes, compiler checks whole program from top to bottom. The first difference. Interpreter is line by line checking here. So one after another one. Line by one after another. First line checking if it is correct, generating output. Next line checking if it is correct, generating outputs. So line by line. So line by line. But compare whole program. Complete all the lines from top to bottom. Yes, after this. Next output. When come to output here, it generates output line by line. Yes, output also line by line. Output also line by line. First line checking if it is correct, generating output. Next line checking if it is correct, generating output. Next line checking something wrong, stops. Something wrong, stops. Okay. Yes. When come to compile here, yes, whole program get a time outputs. Whole program. So what happens in case of compiler? In case of compiler, checking from top to bottom, if no errors, generating one exe file, that exe file executes and giving output at a time. Whole program output at a time. This is so output at a time. This is at a time output here. At a time output, right? Yes. Next. Yes, interpreter. Any error comes, simply stops. That means it shows only one error. 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 Interpreter shows only one error. Okay. Yes, compiler. Yes, it shows all the errors. Yes, from top to bottom. All the errors from top to bottom. It shows all the errors from top to bottom. Yes, interpreter. It shows only one error. But compiler shows all the errors from top to bottom. Yes, next difference. Interpreter, it does not generate exe. It does not generate no exe file here. No exe file concept here. It does not generate exe file. Yes, but compiler it generates exe file. It generates exe file. Okay. So this is main difference. So main difference between interpreter and compiler. Okay. Yes. Main difference between interpreter and compiler. Yes, interpreter never creating exe file, but compiler generates one exe file. Okay. See, this is the main difference. Suppose when you facing interview here, in interview, yes, anyone asking for yes, interpreter versus compiler. First answer, immediately first answer. Interpreter does not generate exe file. Compiler generates exe file. This point you have to mention. Immediately first answer. Main difference between interpreter and compiler. Main difference. Exe file is a difference. Interpreter no exe file. See this interpreter based language. See this. They are directly line by line executing, right? No exe file generating here. See interpreter. See Python directly script submitted, right? No exe file directly script submitting here. Yes, correcting that mistake here. Suppose correction of that mistake. Yes, comma placed here. Save control yes, saved here. After saving here, now what is happening here? Directly we are submitting running program directly. No exe file. Directly source code running, right? Directly source code running, right? Directly source code, that source code running directly. Okay, that's not generating exe file, no exe file. Directly source code will run. Directly our code will run. Yes, when come to C language, it's a compiler based. C is a compiler based. Yes, in case of C language, what is happening here? Yes, so one exe file generating, project exe file generating here. That project exe file executing directly. Right? Okay, one exe file generated. That exe file executing, right? So in case of interpreter, what happens here? No exe file. Interpreter does not generate exe file. Yes, interpreter does not generate exe file. Yes, compiler generates one exe file. Okay, right? Yes, next difference. Yes, if it is interpreter based. Yes, source. Yes, it executes source code directly here. It executes source code directly. It executes source code directly here. See source code, right? Yes, CLS. Yes, source code. That source code execute directly here. Direct executed. Okay. Suppose one more example here. One more HTML code. Let us take HTML. HTML as an interpreter based. HTML also interpreter based. Browser is the interpreter for the HTML code. Browser is an interpreter here. See Notepad. See HTML code. This is HTML code, right? HTML. So this is for username and password, submit button and reset button. Okay. Yes, exit. Double click on it. Yes, opening the browser. It's open browser, right? Username and password, right? It's a browser understandable language. HTML is a browser understandable language. Browser is an interpreter. For HTML, browser is an interpreter. Browser is interpreter, right? Directly that code executes. Yes, your source code executes directly. Yes, that source code executes directly here. No exe file. For interpreter based language, no exe file. For interpreter based language, no exe file. Directly source code executes. Directly source code executes. It executes source code directly. But in case of interpreter, it executes what? It executes exe file. It executes exe file. The main difference. Okay. Yes, interpreter does not generate exe file. It executes source code directly. These 2 points are important. Okay. Yes, compiler. It generates one exe file. That exe file executes. Exe file executes, right? Yes, next. See, interpreter based languages are called scripting language. Okay, these are scripting language. Okay. Yes, scripting language. These are scripting language. They are scripting languages. Okay. Scripting languages. Okay, these all scripting languages. Scripting language comes in this category here. They are scripting languages. Compiler based programming language. They are programming. Yes, programming languages. They are programming languages. Programming languages. Okay. So you can interpreter based scripting languages. Yes, all interpreter based languages like HTML. Okay. Yes, scripting language examples. Examples. Yes, HTML code. HTML code. So HTML. Okay, next Python scripting here. Python, HTML, Python, Linux shell scripting. Let me show that also. cd dot. Yes, ls c script file. So math.sh, gdit. Yes, math.sh. Some shell script here. Shell script. See, this is a yes script. It's an interpreter based language. Shell is an interpreter. Yes, see this. Math.sh. It's a source code, right? That is source code. It's a source code. See the source code executing directly here. Yes. Bash is a interpreter. Bash is a shell. Bash shell is the interpreter. A direct enter first number, enter second number. Yes. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay. Yes. Directly the source code executing, right? Math.sh. Shell script directly source code executing. Directly source code executing, right? Directly source code executing here. Okay, directly source code executing. Directly source code. No exe file. So interpreter based language don't have exe file. Directly source code executes. Okay, they are scripting languages. Okay. Yes, interpreter based language called as scripting languages. Compiler based languages are called as programming language. Yes, scripting language example HTML, Python, shell scripting, Perl scripting. Next PHP scripting here. Yes, next. Yes, shell. Yes, Perl scripting. Yes, next PHP scripting here. Next JavaScript also interpreter based language. JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. Java is a JVM understandable language. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. Okay, yes, next Java is a JVM understandable language. Next, one more thing. JavaScript using at the client side means in your browser. JavaScript using in your browser here. Java using at the server side means actual application. Okay, yes. Next, this example. For this example, here, programming language examples. First example is C language. Next, C++. Next, .NET, C#. Okay, they are the examples of programming language. Okay, doubt is Java comes from what? Discuss. That you have to decide about Java. Java, is it compiler based or interpreter based? That you should decide. I will explain about Java. After explaining about Java, then you decide. First, I will explain about Java. After that, you decide it here. Okay. Yes. Now here. So scripting language, programming language. Next, here there are examples. There are examples like this, right? Next, one more here. See here, interpreter based language. In this scripting Scripting can be modified anytime here. Scripting means it can be modified anytime. Scripting can be modified anytime. Just it's a script. Suppose I don't want this. Okay. Scripting language means that scripting can be modified anytime. Okay. Yes, Python is a scripting language. Yes, right. Python is not a programming language. It's a scripting language. Python is not a programming language. It's a scripting language. Okay. Exit. Yes. Now. Yes. Code modified. Directly submission here. Code modified. Anytime you can modify. Scripting language. Yes. Again I want. Again I want statements. Again adding here. Again adding here. And saving here. And run it. Run it. Scripting. Anytime you can modify. Scripting that can be modified anytime. Suppose HTML codes. In HTML codes, open browser. It's opened. Yes, suppose username equal mnref, password equal something here. Yes, submit reset, right? Suppose I don't want reset option. I don't directly submission. I don't want any reset option. I don't want any reset option. Simply what I will do here. Yes, I'll change the code simply here. Open with Notepad. Yes, here. Yes, reset button. Let us remove this one here. Save. Exit. Now run it. Yes, modified, submit it. Yes, reset button removed, right? Yes, again I want to place it here. Again I want to place it. Right click. Yes, then Notepad. Open here. Yes, next here. Paste this code here. Save. Save. Run it here. Okay. Yes, again got the reset button, right? So scripting language can be modified anytime. Yes, anytime. If you able to modify anytime, that is called open source. Open source. So scripting language, it's a open source. So interpreter based is open source. Interpreter based is open source. Open source. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be modified. It can be modified at any time. Yes, it's an open source. Yes, open source. It can be modified. Yes, it can be modified at any time. At any time. At any time. Okay, it can be modified. It can be modified at any time. Yes, what is compiler here? In case of compiler, yes, compile cd mnref, go to mnref directly here. Yes, present work in the mnref. Yes, the project exe file. Yes, can we modify? No, we can't. The exe file you can't modify. Once exe is generated, no one can modify it. It's not open source. Really, if you want to modify it, yes, you have to open actual code, source code. You should take the source code and open that source code and modify, and next you have to rebuild. Rebuild means you have to regenerate exe file. You have to regenerate exe file. You have to regenerate exe file. So you can't modify this one here. You can't modify. Okay, you can't modify. Okay, so it's not an open source. It's not an open source. So not an open source. Not an open source. Not an open source. Not an open source. So it cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. Okay, cannot be modified, right? Cannot be modified. Okay, cannot be, yes, modified. So cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. Okay, yes, cannot be modified. Cannot be modified, right? You can't modify it. Okay, suppose the project exe file, gedit project exe file. This project exe file, that exe file. Can you modify this one exe file? Yes, see this exe file. Yes, yeah, exe file. First of all, you should understand to modify it, right? Yes, okay, we can't understand this language first of all. To modify this, where to modify? Where? You should understand that point, right? Yes, where? Yes, where we can modify. We can't modify this. But exe file cannot be modified. It's not an open source. If it is exe means, yes, it's not open source. It's not open source. Okay. So exe file is not open, cannot be modified. Okay, right? Yes. Next, another difference here. See, interpreter based language. Interpreter based language. See, interpreter based language. Interpreter based language. Interpreter based don't have exe file concept. don't have exe file concept. No exe file concept. Interpreter based language don't have exe file concept. Okay. Suppose HTML code directly HTML file, no exe file. Okay. Next, shell scripting, no exe file. Shell scripting, no exe file. Okay. Next, Python scripting, no exe file. JavaScript, no exe files. So directly running, right? Interpreter based language don't have exe file. Yes, here everything is exe file. So everything is exe file. Yes, everything is an exe file. Is an exe file. Everything is an exe file. Okay. Yes, 1 second. Yeah. Get binary code from program that you are showing. Yeah. Okay. We'll discuss. I'll explain that. That point also I'll explain. Okay. See. So they are different. Let us review all the differences. So first difference: interpreter checking line by line. Yes. Compiler whole program from top to bottom. Compile is whole program from top to bottom. So interpreter checking line by line. See, checking first line, then executing. Checking next line, executing. Any error record simply stops. Okay. So line by line checking here. So line by line checking, interpreter, line by line checking here, compiler whole program from top to bottom, right? Next, it generates output line by line. Compiler program, yes, whole program at a time. Yes, reason here exe file. Generating one exe file, that exe file executes. And generating output at a time. At a time getting output, not a line by line. Next, interpreter, only one error. Yes, compiler shows all errors from top to bottom. It shows all the errors. I showed practically. Compiler all the errors. Yes, interpreter does not generate exe file. Compiler generates exe file. Compiler generates exe file. Okay. Yes. Here it executes source code directly. Interpreter based language source code executes directly. But compiler based language one exe file generates. Exe generates. Then finally exe file executes. Okay. So these are main difference. Main difference here, right? Main difference. Main difference. Interpreter does not generate exe file. It executes source code directly. It executes source code directly. In case of compiler, it generates one exe file and executes that exe file. Generating exe and executes. Okay, right? Yes, compiler based language called scripting language. Sorry, interpreter based called as scripting language. Compiler based called as programming language. Programming language. Okay, these all are scripting language. HTML is scripting language. Python is a scripting language, not a programming language. Just only for scripting. Just server side scripting language is the scripting language. Like HTML, like shell scripting, JavaScript, Python is scripting language, not a programming language. Not a programming language. Okay. Yeah, these are the programming language. C, C++, .NET, this is compiler based. Compiler based, right? Yes. Next, here scripting language open source. See, open source means if you able to modify anytime, that is called as open source. Open source means that can be modified anytime. Open source means that can be modified anytime. Okay, right? Yes, here this is not an open source because exe based. It's exe. Exe can't modify. Exe can't modify, right? Yes, next. Next, this one more. This point is important. Ninth point. Interpreter based language don't have exe file concept. Interpreter based language, any language which is interpreter based. Any language which is interpreter based, no exe file. Compiler based, everything is exe file. Everything is exe file. Fine. So this is difference between interpreter and compiler. Okay. No. Let us see. What is Java? What is Java? What is Java? What is Java? Yes. Is it interpreter based? Yes. Interpreter based or compiler? No, that's a question here. Interpreter based or compiler based? That's a question here. Okay. What is Java? Is it interpreter based or compiler based? Anyone can answer this question? Yes, already maybe learned in college here. Interpreter. Yes, interpreter based or compiler based. Any idea? What is Java? Is it interpreter based or compiler based? Which one? Yes, I think interpreter based. Okay. Yes, others. Yes, compile one more compiler based. One more answer both. Next, other answers compiler based. One more answer compiler based. One more answer compiler based. One more answer both. Okay. Yeah. Let me explain. After explanation, now you decide it. Yes, I'll explain, you decide it. Okay. Yes. See, except Java. Except Java. Yes, in other languages. Except Java in other languages. What happens here? Yes, your source code. Source code. Source code means that English language program, right? This is called source code here. Yes, the program. C program and all this. Source codes. Yes, gdit test.c. Yes, this code is called source code. It's a source. This is source code. Okay. cd dot dot. Yes, gdit. Yes, map.sh. This is called a source code. It's a source code. Source code. Java HTML source code. Okay, Java program. This is called source code. Your code. Whatever the program we are writing, our code is a source code. Our code is a source code. Okay. See, except Java in other languages, source code converts into source code simply converts into binary code. Binary code. Okay. Yes, maybe compiler or interpreter. Yes, maybe some cases compilers, some cases interpreters. Either compiler or interpreter source code convert source code to binary code. After converting to binary code, here, yes, submitted to processor, submitted to processor. So processor generates output. Processor generating output. So what is happening except Java? Except Java, maybe Python, C language, or C++, HTML, anywhere. Okay. Now in Java, what happens here? Java, what happens? Java, what happens here? Java first is source code. First is source code converts into one byte code. This is the byte code. This byte code later converts into binary code. Later converts into binary code. Binary code. And given to yes processor. Given to processor. Finally given to processor. So generating output, right? So what is happening here? Some extra codes, some intermediate code was introduced, right? Some intermediate code. So between source code and binary code, they say intermediate code, byte code, right? See, except Java, other languages, that source code directly converts into binary code. Source code to binary code. But in Java, what happens here? So first of all, source code converts into byte code here. Later, that byte code converts into binary code. Some intermediate code, byte code introduced. So what's the reason for the bytecode introducing here? To make the Java as independent platform. To make the Java as independent platform, bytecode was introduced here. Yes, next point. Next, our point is independent platform that we'll discuss. Okay. Yes. Now source code converts into bytecode to binary code, processor then generating output, right? Now source code to bytecode. Who will convert from source code to bytecode, right? This is converting for this compiler. This part is by the compiler. This part by the compiler. So this part by the compiler. So compiler, yes, compiler converts. Compiler converts source code to bytecode by the compiler. This is by the compiler. Source code to bytecode. This is by the compiler. So this is by the compiler. Okay. Now binary code to bytecode to binary code. This part by the interpreter. So this part by the interpreter. Java interpreter. Okay. Yes, interpreter right? By the interpreter, right? Okay. Yes. So bytecode converted into binary code by the interpreter after given to processor finally here. Given to processor. So processor taking that binary code and executes finally generating outputs. Okay. Yes, source code. For example, source file. Suppose test.java. Test.java is source code, right? Yes, test.the source. Yes, source code. Yes, source code file. Source code. It's a test.java. Source code from test.java. Test.java given to Java compiler. So Java compiler given to Java compiler. Now Java compiler taking test.java. So test.java file given to Java compiler. Now Java compiler taking that code here. Yes, compiling, checking errors. After checking errors, if no errors here, then generating bytecode. Okay, bytecode. That bytecode file is a test.class file. Test.class file generates. So what is dot class file? That also we should discuss. What is exactly dot class file? What is exactly bytecode? That point also we have discussed. Okay. Source code is given to Java compiler test.java given to Java compiler. Java compiler generating bytecode, right? Bytecode file. It's a tested.class file, right? Now this tested.class file given to Java interpreter, Java interpreter, Java interpreter, Java interpreter. Yes, interpreter. Java interpreter is a part of JVM. Okay, Java interpreter. Yes, Java interpreter is a part of JVM. Okay, yes, Java interpreter. Tested dot class file given to Java interpreter. Java interpreter taking that care, converting to binary codes. Converting to binary codes. After converting to binary codes, finally given to processor. Processor. Given to processor, right? Yes, finally getting output. Right. So what is happening here? Finally getting outputs. So what is happening here? Here, first of all, errors checking, errors checking by the compiler, errors checking by the compiler, errors checking by the compiler. So errors checking by the compiler, right? So in Java, errors checking by the compiler. If no errors, generating one dot class file. Okay, generating one dot class file here, generating one dot class file. After generating dot class file, here, this dot class file given to interpreter. Okay, so runtime by the interpreter, runtime by the interpreter, runtime by the interpreter, runtime by the interpreter, right? So here errors checking by the compiler. So errors checking by the interpreter, but runtime by the interpreter, runtime by the interpreter. That's it. So errors checking by Java, errors checking by the compiler. If no errors, generating one dot class file. The dot class given to Java interpreter. Java interpreter is a part of JVM. Compile is not a part of JVM. Compiler different, JVM is different here. Yes, in JVM I'll explain very clearly. JVM architecture I'll explain very clearly. Very clear. The topic we'll discuss. Compiler is not a part of JVM. Compile is different, JVM is different. Okay. Yes. In Java, what happens here? See, CMD. Yes, go to command prompt. Yes. Suppose D drive. Yes, dir cd test some test directory. Let us put test directory here. CLS. Yes, dir. Yes, notepad. Suppose some test.java. Test.java file. Okay, test.java file. Yes, test.java file. Here, this is Java program. Some Java program. Suppose here, hello world program. Simple program. This hello world output here. Simple Java program. This is. Save it and run it here. Save it. See in Java CLS get dir. So test.java got it. This is test.java. Okay. Now this one we should compare it here. Test.java. Java C. Yes. Test.java. Yes. Compiling. Yes. Compiles. Yes. dir. Check it after comparison. Tested dot class file got it. We got one tested dot class file. After getting tested dot class file, now Java tested. Right. Now what is happening here? Java C means is Java compiler. Program errors checking by the compiler. Yes, done. No errors. Generating one dot class file. After generating dot class file, now here executing like this. Yes, after generating dot class file, here then execution. The dot class execution like this. So what is Java here? Java C means Java compiler. Java means what is JVM? Yes, as a part of JVM, this is interpreter. As a part of JVM, interpreter. So here it's interpreter. So here compiler involving here. Yes, error checking by the compiler. Runtime interpreter involving. So interpreter, that interpreter, yes, will run the dot class file. Interpreter will run the dot class file. Okay, interpreter will run the dot class file. So what is happening? Error taken by the compiler, yes, runtime by the interpreter. Program running by the interpreter. Yes, error taken by the compiler. If no errors, generating a dot, that dot class file. That dot class file executing by the interpreter. So here error taken by the compiler, runtime by the interpreter. Runtime by the interpreter. Okay, 1 second. Yes, sir. Interpreter. Why interpreter required? Bytecode has to convert it binary code, right? So once dot class file generate it should be error free. That's okay. I'll agree with error free. But why need interpreter? Bytecode has to convert it to binary code. Okay. Next, one more here. The Java program has to link with OS library for that interpreter. Interpreter taking your bytecode link with OS library. That topic also we'll discuss. Linking with OS library. Interpreter takes care of linking with OS library. After linking with OS library, then executes giving outputs. Okay. Yes, your program has to link with OS library. Suppose if it is C language here at compile time itself generating one exe file. At the time of generating exe file itself, yes, linking with OS library. But in Java, what happens here? At runtime, interpreter links your dot class file to OS library after executes. The topic we'll discuss. Independent of platform. Java is independent of platform. That time we'll discuss. Okay. Yes, next explanation. I should explain about independent of platform and portability. That time we'll discuss about your doubts. Okay, fine. Now here, so here, no errors taken by the compiler, runtime by the interpreter. No, Java depends on what here. Java. No, answer this question. Yes. Now, can you answer this question now here? Yes. Now try to answer. What's the answer for this? Tell me answer. Yes, answer is both. Answer is both. Answer is both. Okay. Yes, no. Answer is both. Answer is both. Compiler as well as interpreter. Yes, next. Next, one more question for you guys. One more question. One more question. Any language, runtime means program running, program execution. Any language, runtime by the interpreter. Program execution by the interpreter. Okay. Any language, runtime is program executing by the interpreter. Any language, runtime by the interpreter. No exe file concept, right? No exe file concept, right? Yes. This point I discussed. Interpreter based language don't have exe file. Program runtime by the interpreter. No exe file. Try to remember this point here. Any language, runtime by the interpreter. Any language runtime by the interpreter. No exe file concept. Okay. Now, any language. No, Java language. Yes, runtime. Yes, by the interpreter. Runtime by the interpreter. Same point as it is, I'm copying pasting. Java language runtime by the interpreter. Yes, program executing by the interpreter. Java language runtime by the interpreter. Now question is here. No question. Question is there any exe file concept in Java? Or yes, question is, can we create exe file in Java? That's it. Question here. Now answer this. Yes. Yes, is there an exe file concept in Java? Can we create exe file in Java? See, not your old answer. Maybe your college answer. I'm not asking about your college, what you learned in college. Here, that point very clearly mentioned. So what is mentioned here? You in your college maybe learn something. Leave it about your college. Okay. Yes, see, any language runtime by the interpreter, no exe file concepts. Java language runtime by the interpreter. Then what? See, any language runtime by the interpreter, no exe file. Java language runtime by the interpreter. Now question is there an exe file concept in Java? Say yes or no. Yes, is there an exe file? Can we create exe file in Java here? See, any language runtime by the interpreter. If it is runtime by the interpreter, no exe file. Yes, this point English. Try to understand that English here. English very clearly mentioned here. Very clearly mentioned here. Any language runtime by the interpreter. Any language runtime by the interpreter. If it is runtime by the interpreter, no exe file concept. No exe file. Java runtime by the interpreter. Yes, since Java. Yes, since Java. Yes, since Java runtime, yes, runtime, yes, is an interpreter based. Okay, interpreter based. Yes, is there exe file? Java. Can we create exe file now? Tell me. Yes, as per this statement, tell me this. Please answer. I'm expecting answers from you guys. As per this statement, any language runtime by the interpreter. See, I'm expecting answers from everyone. Yes, my classes are interactive classes. Please try to answer. Any language runtime by the interpreter. Okay. Yes, any language runtime by the interpreter, no exe file concept. Java language runtime by the interpreter. Then yes, since Java runtime is interpreter based here, no exe file concept in Java. No exe file concept in Java here. So we can't create. Yes, we can't create exe file in Java. We can't create exe file in Java. Yes, exe file in Java. We can't create exe file in Java. Right? Yes, in Java. Yes, everything. Yes, everything is a dot class. Everything is a dot class file. Okay. Yes, dot class file. Yes, is not an exe file. It's not an exe file. Exe file is different. Dot class file is different. Yeah, bytecode will discuss. Bytecode is not exe code, but binary code. Exe file is binary code. Bytecode is not a binary code. Bytecode is different. Binary code is different. Okay, exe file contains all binary codes. Dot class contains bytecode. Bytecode is not a system understandable language. Binary codes, but dot class file don't have any binary codes. Suppose your file contains a binary code, that is called as exe file. Exe file contains binary codes. Dot class file contains bytecode here. What is bytecode we'll discuss. I'll explain. That point also we'll discuss very clearly. Okay. Yes. So that's all about Java. Right. Okay. So Java depending on both compile as well as interpreter. Next in Java there is no exe file concept. Everything is dot class file. Okay. Yes. Why dot class file concept introduced? Why bytecode file introduced here? To make the independent platform. That point also we'll discuss. Get the topic tomorrow will continue. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay. One second, you guys. 1 second. Yes, that point tomorrow we'll discuss. 1 second. Yes, 1 second, you guys. Already WhatsApp group created for our batch. Yes, please. My WhatsApp number. Yes, 8179-189-123. Please share your details. Yes, I'll add to that group. Already group created. Yes, your name. Okay. Submit your name here. Next, what course you attending here? Next, time you attending here. Time attending here. Yes, sir. Time. Yes, next. Yes, course name, course time. Yes, next Gmail ID. Yes, today I will share. Yes, sir. All the videos. Okay. Yes, today I'll share. Yes, today I'll share all the videos. Till now, what I discussed, all the videos. Tomorrow taking class, no holiday tomorrow. Tomorrow Saturday, even Saturday taking class, Monday to Saturday classes. Monday to Saturday classes. Tomorrow also taking class. So name, course, time. Yes, next email ID. Okay. Yes. Yes, what's here? Yes, how our code is linked to OS library when interpreter is working. Yeah, tomorrow topic. Yes, Lalita. Yes, tomorrow topic that is. Is it tomorrow topic here? Yes, how it's linking to OS library. Okay, at runtime, JVM takes your dot class for links to OS library. Tomorrow topic. Okay, tomorrow difference between exe file and dot class file. How exe file is working, how dot class file is working here. If it is exe, compile time linking means statical linking. Dot class file is runtime linking. How that linking? Tomorrow topic. Tomorrow topic about independent of platform. Next, portability. Oops language that features. Java main features tomorrow we'll discuss. First half an hour I'll explain features here. After next half an hour, yes, installation. Java installation, Eclipse setup. So tomorrow once setup finished here, Monday onwards we can start programming. Monday onwards program. Tomorrow installations. All these setups. Environment setup. Environment setup tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay. Yes, next, all that features, we'll finish all that features tomorrow, right? Yeah. So this is my number. Please share your details here. I will add to that group. Yes, I will add to group, all the group created. All the group created, I will add to that group. Okay. Yeah. That's all for today. Yes, any doubts? Yes, any doubts, guys? Yes, that's all for today. Any doubts? Okay, so this is just, so Java depending on both interpreters and compiler here. Java depending on both. Yes, we can't create exe file in Java. That's it. Yes, we'll continue tomorrow. So thank you guys. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys.